We are the champions. We are the champions. Da 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 da. I can't remember the rest of the Queen song, but it's what we're playing now. After I have a sneeze, possibly. There we go. Thought it was going to be a fake sneeze here for a minute, but no. We are the champions. I'm going to do these in reverse order now. So, never had IK Plus, but I know it's not shit. Unless you got an 8580 seed, in which case you're a bit fucked. Just a little bit. Oh, hang on. The cats will now have a swap around. Anyway, I picked Renegade first, so that's because the graphics are horrendous. They're like 1983 rubbish Commodore 64 graphics. You know, they're not even up to the standard of like the good games of 1983. I suppose they're like Forbidden Forest. You know, the background sort of graphics and your chunky guy, they're sort of that sort of quality, but even then, even the animation is not as good. I just... Mad Commodore, you have preconceptions already. It's going to be a bad review. It's going to be a bad review because Renegade is a shit C64 game. It's that simple. I'd rather have 5 copies of Action Biker than 1 copy of Renegade. And Action Biker is actually about, what, 2 years older? So, you know. Now on the Amstrad it looks great. The shit arcade music doesn't really suffer going to the, you know, the sound chip on the Amstrad. And to be honest, I don't really give 2 shits about that music. What is a remix of Lightfall? Move the remote control. Nah, I want less treble, more bass. I have to listen to that one day. Okay, right, okay, blah 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 blah. Yeah, 5 stages. Right, here we go. Attack keys. Attack right, attack left. It's about the fire button. So you got to have like 1 finger. That's not going to work. I ain't got one of them stupid dildo joysticks with the, you know, the rubber suction cups on the bottom. I've got a zip stick, mate. Like any self-respecting 50 frames per second game engine capable computer owner would have. Didn't have one. Actually I did. I was still using my C64. Well, I had the option of using it in 1989, but right, run, stop, restore, resets the game. Okay, this is assuming it works because it's a nostalgia release, although I think I tested everything. Okay, let's just get out of that. Endless life. No. No. There's nothing on the SD to AC LEDs. Neither red nor green. Okay, the things on the wall, the skull and crossbones, they look shit. The rest of it looks alright. Let me have a look at how the scores are drawn. Scores seem to be going over stuff. It is like that, right? So this is what's wrong with this game, right? Okay. The fire button actually does nothing at all. It's like, I don't know how to do 2 fire buttons on the 1 fire button thing. That's what makes it unplayable. How are you supposed to play a game like this with one hand on the keyboard and you know, your other hand on the joystick and the joystick just like loose on the table? Chucky's adding bass to the music, the rubbish music. But the music was in the arcade shit. Yeah, as a C64 owner, I didn't think anything of the music in the arcade. A lot of arcades. I actually want to do kicks. So why is he sometimes doing kicks and sometimes they're just never ending? So it's a Chocky, I got a can of Coke there, buddy. Look, if you got cats, forget it, mate. Yeah, I've obviously walked off the bloody screen. Well, for a start, the cat was in front of the screen. Let's try the golden axe method. Ah, see, they're clever enough to. They're going to throw me off the bloody thing. I need. Ah! 50,000. How much annoying fucking time would you have to spend playing this game to get 50,000 points, even if you were good at it? I wouldn't want to spend half hour playing this game or whatever. Right, fire button works to start the game, and then they just got fucking incompetent amnesia, didn't they? Can't go behind any of the things there. So why does he sometimes kick and sometimes punch, regardless of, you know? Off you go, mate, off you go. Ah, he moved out of the way, little cunt. Get off me, little cunt. There you go. Ooh, that's bitty feet. So you got to swap from using the left arrow and the 2, depending which way your guy's facing. Alright, it's level that equals 1. I don't know how many lives I've got. So this is a 1987 game, like I said. There's a lot of really nice graphics in 1987. You know, so... Ocean didn't have the best graphic artists. They did have one of the best musicians for a long time, but their graphic artists, their in-house ones, they're okay. You know, they're above average, I suppose. They're not like just mediocre, but even so, you wouldn't say the graphics on Hunchback 2 are brilliant, and there's a lot of grey going on here, and turquoise. I'm sure they could have used other colours. It's not like the train moves or anything that I've seen, and we probably won't see. Now, I'm giving this game a fair old go, so I'm doing that because I don't want people to say I'm going to end up in the bloody dink. Ah, there you go. So it's the 2 fire buttons to get them off you. Nah, see, on Way of the Exploding Fist, right, you've got 16 functions in total. All 8 directions of the joystick. Yeah, I'm getting sandwiched between you, I need to avoid that. See, I've turned to go the other way. I'm pressing the same key for punch, and he's swapped over as well. So it's not just the fact that you have to use your entire hand for 3 keys on the, you know, the corner of the C64 keyboard, but you have to keep, you know, remapping your brain. got to get him at that right time. There you go. And they just keep appearing. It's not really my cup of tea, this game. And it seems harder to throw them off the platform than in the arcade. My mate used to play this a hell of a lot. I didn't really spend my 20 pence pieces or 50 pence pieces on this game. I saw it in the arcade. I had to wait for my mate to finish playing his games on this if I wanted to go home and I'd run out of money. Maybe because I was playing more difficult games. Or new games that I hadn't got used to yet. Yeah, it's the control method that's shit. The guys are very mediocre. There's nothing special about the graphics. They're okay. Backgrounds are very grey. And they don't need to be. Alright, you know, okay, maybe do the floor of the platform in, you know, white, medium and, you know, light grey or whatever they've done there. But do the train slightly different, mate. Maybe the train could be turquoise and like medium grey and white. And these rocks, why are these like turquoise? Why aren't they like red? If you can put turquoise there, you can put red there. It's just shit. They don't look good. Like I said, Action Biker is a better game with better graphics. And it was £8 less. So if you can put up with this stupid game, right? And see, when you corner them, they fuck about a lot. I actually want to see another level, but there's no Commodore level skip, so that does work. So yeah, no, we are not the champions at all. We're the cash cows. We are the cash cows. Blah, blah. Nobody's got as much money as us to waste on the licenses of the world. Arcade, TV or movie licenses. Hey buddy, what are you doing over there? Right, you've licked that plate now, haven't you? So yeah, we're going to have to do a boil wash on that plate, even though there's nothing on it. You can probably smell the essence of salami odour from like last night when I had the sandwich. I think as the plate is totally clean. Anyway, as long as I don't piss in the cupboard that I've got the doors open to. And why is this one closed? Let's open that one, this one. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, let's get on with it, Mad Commodore. Get on with it! So that for me is the worst game on that compilation. Now I know some people think it's alright, and I can see why they think it's alright. Maybe because they're so desperate to have that game to play on the C64. But honestly, you could argue if the C64 had like properly worked out controls that actually use the fire button built into every joystick in existence. I'm not talking about analog joysticks. So the next one is probably Super Sprint, and let's hope I can remember how to do that one. It's got a bit of a shit menu system like Emlyn Hughes International Fuck Up. That game was as annoying as Emlyn Hughes' face was annoying to see on Question and Sport. Although they all were annoying, because I didn't like Question and Sport. That was a shit. Really didn't interest me. I didn't even watch sport, so knowing trivia about sports. And same thing with Mike Reed's Pop Quiz. I never watched that either. Yeah, still loaded. So, yes. Now, here's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 filters on the floor, probably covered in cat hairs. Oh well, good thing I've got loads spare. There may not be C64 videos for quite a while. I'm having 2 teeth pulled out tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to it, and let us never speak of that again. So I'm trying not to think of it at the moment. Now, actually, when I said to Witchfinder that, yeah, I don't know if we are the champions, two of the games on there are, yeah, they're not even as good as the best, the 199 Master Trumpet. And he actually, well, he correctly guessed that I meant Super Sprint as one of them. But the other one, he thought I was talking about Rampage. But at least Rampage is playable. Use the fire button. We've gone from use colour ramp to use the fire button. Yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying the music there. I'll probably put my videos on both my channels. Funny thing is, someone who I've blocked on Mad Commodore, yeah, they're not actually blocked on my other channel. So, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, well, the views on there are about 80% less than Mad Commodore, which is really a bit disastrous. Like the same videos. And I put them up on Retrotronics first. Roll up is coming because you should be able to play a good conversion of Super Sprint whilst having a swan. I'm sure many people will get it okay, but it'd be really cool if someone made an adapter so I could use the Coleco steering expansion with a C64 and other computers, maybe the Amiga. Maybe a few branches in this I'm in a bit of a rush. And one filter with no cat hairs on it. There we go. No. I'm glad you enjoyed that music. Thanks, Mad Commodore. Gonna say. Right, I'd like to point out that yesterday, when I was talking about the target for donations for a new camera for the channel are £199.95 or something, that is bollocks. Obviously, I'm not asking for anyone to donate money to the channel. So, graphics of the card here are very hideous. They look a bit full colour to me. There you go, that one. Must be Championship Sprint then, that's got the alright, it just rebounds all over the shop. It's like you're playing Pong. And that's not right. Doesn't even look like he's jumping because there's no shadows or anything on the cars, which is a bit dumb. There's only 3 cars on the bloody track. Oh fucking hell. It is like playing Pong. It's more like playing Pong than Indy 500 on the VCS. So, you know, I'm just about almost unlapping myself. See, as tricky as it is to play BMX Simulator, okay, you can't play this game while smoking, so wrong button. So yeah, that is the problem with this game. It's not that it's a you know, a Super Sprint clone or whatever. I think it must be Championship Sprint that has the construction set. But like I said, what's the point of, like, you'd never buy this game for 10 quid. So having it on a compilation doesn't really help when there's a better game by Codemasters for £2 or £2.50. So, you know, so far we've got 2 games. I'm trying to think of another game that's better than Renegade, and I would say Double Dragon 2. The graphics are not really any worse, and it plays a hell of a lot better. But that is 10 quid, so, you know, who actually did Double Dragon 2? I can't remember who did it. Was it whoever did it? They should have licensed that anyway. Because Super Sprint is Activision UK turd of a game. Most of the games made in the UK by Activision are actually shit. So yeah, no, that's the thing. It's the same thing with US Gold. Their early games, which mostly came from the USA, exclusively at the start. Then we had a transition period, just like Activision. They were better. So the older games like Great American Cross Country Road Race, Hero, Pitfall, they're all good. The later games by Activision, like Super Sprint and Afterburner, they're shit. I believe Super Cycle is also Electric Dreams. No, not Super Cycle, Super Hang On. So, yeah. So there are better Mastertronic games and there are better beat-em-ups at full price than Renegade. So this is the situation. I'm still smoking, look, don't moan. There's still a bit of 11 pence cola. So I'm probably going to be playing C64 games all day today. Because I might not be in the mood to actually do fuck all from tomorrow 1 PM onwards. Exactly. Actually, I don't know how long does that those Novocaine injections take to wear off? Half hour? Let's say about 1:30, 2. I'll probably be home by 2. Yeah, well, rush to the medicine cabinet for the ibuprofen and the paracetamol is all I can say about that one. Having broken teeth removed, I don't actually know if that's worse than having a tooth removed that's got a tiny hole in it that they refuse to fill. And it can't be to get more money, because it's dirt cheap, because this is on the National Health Service. Maybe I should get some of those you know, turquoise, light blue, lucite glasses that the kids used to get off the NHS in the early 80s. Got a spare lighter, got tobacco. Got cat food. No, I haven't lit another one, it's the same tiny small one. Let's give it another go, go on in. Maybe we'll try this track first. You peaked too soon, Mad Commodore. So the only positive I can say is, unlike the way it turns you right round is really stupid. So that means you're never really going to go fast, because the penalty for hitting something is much worse than going a bit faster. So it is doable as long as you don't touch the sides, which kind of defeats the object, just like sex. If you don't touch the sides, then I don't have sex with that. It's that simple, mate. Another age-restricted video coming up by Mad Commodore. So yeah, it's just not fun to play because of the way they've done it when you crack. If you just stop dead, maybe rebounded a tiny bit, but this is like playing fucking Arkanoid or fucking David's Midnight Magic, the pinball game. Actually, it's more like Mastertronics 3. Yeah, there you go. Mastertronics 3D pinball. That's another option if you actually like the bouncy aspect. Cars look shit because there's like 1, 2, 3, 4. There is more than like so many colours. Why did the music just go off? Music has just stopped. All sound has stopped. Alright, that hasn't. That's weird. It's tricked me into playing another game. It's John Henry! They never really explain who hacks John Henry. I really don't like the... See, and it takes so long to turn. See, the turning is too slow and the penalty for hitting the walls is so severe, the game is useless. Like I said, you might as well just go and play BMX Simulator, and I actually might do that a bit later. Could do with a laugh. You have to constantly try and pick up the hammers though as well. The spanners, sorry, not hammers. I'd rather you could crash into the other cars, but the handling was decent. And they're doing some sort of hardware pixel collision detection, which is not really working. Because there are times when it's just the rear wing that's over the background track limits. So yeah, that's another shit game over and done with. It's a rubbish game. Now, there was a French game I had on my ST. It's one of the really early games I had. Yeah, we'll fix that in a second. And I think it was called something GT. It was a shameless rip-off of Super Sprint. I believe you could play it with mouse, keyboard or joystick. It was 20 quid. And the graphics were a pretty close approximation. And the trouble is, I was getting these computers early, so there wasn't much software. So I'd go into the, I can't remember the name of this shop, but it was in Southgate, which I believe is North London, not Middlesex. Not 100% sure now. It's in the southeast. It's near North London, if not right in it. And used to go in there because my sister had to get a lift home from work for like, I don't know, about a month and a half until she found another car. She had this hideous car. It was like fucking... It's like a yellowed, badly yellowed Amiga 500 beige. So sort of like nicotine stained fucking yellow. Yellowy, orangey, gloopy. Yeah, horrible. And it broke down on a hill, uphill, obviously, we were going. The engine just died, so I had to push this bloody Mini up the hill. Jockey, don't do that, buddy. But if you like curry, a nice bit of lentil dal there, we make some for you too next time, buddy. Yeah, we are the champions. We are the champions at ripping you off more like, mate. So that's 2 shit games. So I'll go with IK Plus next because I didn't have Championship Sprint on the C64 or Super Sprint. Why is that? Like, is this IK Plus now? Oh shit. See, I can't remember who makes IK Plus now. I want to put it as a budget re-release thing. I don't really do that. The Mastertronic directory is just Mastertronic games, because if they're budget re-releases, they're already in their respective things. It does get a bit difficult with companies like Mr. Chip. At what point did Mr. Chip stop selling the games that also appeared on, the Mastertronic 199 early label? I haven't got one of those to hand. Oh, look at this. Oh man, I ain't got a torch here. Right, okay. That's still loading. Let's open this one a bit too. You might be able to actually see. There you go. Groovy Clumsy calling 199, mate. Yeah, it could be a bit brighter. Then the camera's not going to work even as badly as it usually does. It's very dusty as well. Where's the Jif antibacterial? Need a cloth as well. Do. It's a shame Druid is better than Fairlight, but I quite like the music on Druid anyway. Although this is one of the best SIDs of all time. This is wrong. Oh great, I've copied the wrong file. I've copied the wrong file. Oh, bollock. Oh no, I haven't. Why did they just not call it IK Plus? Last time I played this, I had to use the 64C, so... I'm still not sure of the controls on this. They're not identical to Way of the Exploding Fist, so... It's weird how you've got to turn down. That's the only advantage that Renegade has, really. That's easy to turn around, but the rest of the game is just shit. So the dulcet tunes of the SID are now going through the... Ooh, I want to turn around then. I'm not doing well here. Blue has got the same as me. I wonder, maybe because Blue lost health first. There you go. Ah, it sticks there. Ah! Do not jump on the camera, buddy. Oh. We had a slight incident yesterday with the CD32 box and about 1 million cassettes on it. And new Old Faithful, my 64C, done in the colours of the bread bin. It's a really close match. I should really do a video of both of them side by side. Yeah, you can't fault that game. It's fine as a one-player game. It's brilliant as a two-player game. It's very fast. That's the thing with IK Plus. It's the speed. You know, the guys may look more or less exactly the same as on Way of the Exploding Fish, where they've been ripped off from, but it don't matter. It's actually, yeah, it's a very playable game, and it is faster. I think International Karate may be slightly faster than Way of the Exploding Fish. That's another one I've got to do. I've got loads of stuff I could do. Stick them up there, and I don't really care if they get age restricted. Good luck to you, mate, if you want to spend all that time watching my videos. So I'm going to go with Rampage next. I didn't actually have Barbarian on the C64, and I'm not sure when I got Barbarian for the Amiga, because I had it on the ST and Amiga. One of them was an original and one of them was a copy, so I can't really remember. Oh boy, yeah, the old Rampage issue. There is only one version of Rampage that doesn't glitch up, the UK version, that I could find, which was a real pain in the arse. Is this Twin Kingdom Valley? Yeah, we managed to get this to load. I think someone did want to see that loading. Yeah, anyway. How long we got on the old camera? Oh, it's very bright at the moment. Yeah, you stay behind there. Cat in the box, huh? Still too much. Let's close that one a bit there. There you go. It's still too bright. Some weird interference patterns going on. Don't know if it's better to have the camera further away and zoom in. That makes it a bit more difficult for me though. It's not a bad picture. Yeah, well, it's that way. You have to go that way. It's close enough. It's right on the limit though. Yeah, maybe the glass has warped on the desk. So of all places, this is an export. That's correct. It's going to say what's going on there. How do I know which one I am? Did we just start the game? I don't know. I selected Lizzie, so I should be the werewolf. Here we go. Yeah, all the other versions, they start to glitch up on the sprites, NES style. Now, I want to be the wolf, so it's not Lizzie at all. I don't think you can get any more than that. And you should be able to, like, go down, I think. That's it. There you go. There you go. Maybe you can only do the outside. No. It's weird. Yeah, he's straight down, so it's a zip stick. So it's actually a fun two-player game. I don't mind this. It's a lot more playable than, whatchamacallit. I'm trying to get a helicopter or something. Whee! I think that damages your health. Might not. I think you can punch each other as well. Maybe I should watch that movie Rampage with The Rock, which is actually pretty much based on this game. It's kind of weird, actually. Yeah, you either like this game or you don't. But if you do like these kind of games, and remember these kind of games are really like two-player. I don't know. I can't remember how you jump off the buildings, but I want to go in the yellow building, thank you. Can't remember how you get the thing. There you go. Yeah, everything looks fine. Graphics are fine. Plays as you'd expect. If you like the arcade game, yeah, you'd be happy with this. And I did buy this as a full price game, and I don't remember being upset about that. You can't get the bottom one because you fall off. See, I want to get on that one, that's the thing, isn't it? There you go. It's a bit difficult to see. Okay. Yeah. See, when I want to fall off the building, I can't. There you go, you can get the helicopters. I haven't seen any of the little people in the windows to eat yet, but they are there. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with this game, actually, I must admit. Like I said, if you don't like the arcade game, then obviously you're not going to like this. But in the case of, something like Renegade, if you like the arcade game, you'd probably be really pissed off. It's such a shit way of doing the thing. Nah, I got the damage in it, dumbass. And I got eaten by George. That's rude. George ate Lizzie. Age restricted, please. Please, YouTube, age restricted. Sexual content. He said George ate Lizzie. Yeah, all sorts of shit going on YouTube, mate. You wouldn't believe the shit that you have to put up with making like loads of videos. Yeah, what can you say, mate? Some people ain't got a fucking life, have they? Yeah, so I've done that. Right, okay, so Barbarian is the last one. I really need to rename that file, but well, that's the order they're on the disc. It's a remember thing, so it should work. I've only come across one remember crack that doesn't work with the SD to IC. But I found tape games that have been cracked by nostalgia that doesn't work on the SD to IC. And I found two 1581 disc images, which always work on the SD to IC, except for these two from nostalgia. All the others do work, except the ones I create, because obviously I don't know if they're going to work. Let's get the smoke ready for whatever we're going to do after this compilation. I might as well finish off the computer hit stuff. Nah, I don't like this music, hurry up. There's nothing technically wrong with this music. That's not my cup of tea, mate. I've noticed that loads of new channels have popped up as well. And some are even being promoted more on YouTube than my channel. Probably because of what I said to YouTube in my last 5 appeals. They weren't actually appeals. They were me venting in true mad Commodore quality, mate. They got both fucking barrels. Right, barbarian it is then. Now where's my cap? I have to be careful. There we go. We've got drink. Yeah. Disable. I think 2 has the nicer graphics. Unlimited energy. No, we're going to do no for everything. I'm a born again non-trainer. So I was never a trainer in my past anyway. Not even a shoe or a slipper. Yeah, man, I'd say yes to that back then. But I didn't have any copies. So the stuff under the equal sign must be a completely different crack. I think what I want to do for the early games that I had is find single PRGs of the original game, not a cracked version. So there'll be none of this, Jedi ate spinach and cracked Popeye. Jedi is actually a cracker. It's nowhere near as fast as IK Plus, which is a shame. I don't think they're playing samples. I don't think the sample on the C64 version made it from the Amiga or ST version. The sample famously being from the movie Red Sonja. I ain't seen Red Sonja for a long time actually. Was it last year or the year before? I watched the Conan movies. Yeah, got plenty of time. Really, these videos are like, if I was at a pub and I had my SX64 and the barman let me plug it in and I was like doing these games. Notice I didn't say the word review. Checking them out. And you're at the pub as well, and I'm having a drink and a smoke, although in this case I'm having cola, which I did used to have to buy, because I used to have to drive to the pub, because I lived like 8 miles further from any pub we went to than all my mates, who all sort of lived in a 1.5 mile radius. Yeah, this Codan music is really good. So like I say, I can't remember if I bought the original for the ST and got a copy for the Amiga, or bought the original for the Amiga and got a copy for the ST. Because I did get copied games from both. I used to get them off my mate. I used to swap, Amiga cracks in the post but my mate, who's a rabid anti-Commodore Atarian, he will do anything to stop me playing on my C64. So as soon as he got an ST, the first thing he did is start swapping discs with other people through the mail. So and he used to come round and like bring me copies of like games. He didn't even want the disc. He just didn't want me to be playing on my C64 instead of my 520 STM. He'd be like, "You're crazy! You got a 520 ST!" This was when he was jealous because he didn't have one at that time. He had to wait until 1987 when he got his. Early spring or very early, like January, February 1987, because he paid 400 quid for it. It wasn't 300 quid, so it was before the summer and late spring. I think it was a mistake for me to press the fire button. I noticed there's a really nice port of Flimbo's Quest on the Atari, actually. I need to find out what the bloody move is for decapitate. I think it's that one. Yeah, it is that one. Come on, mate. Used to get a lucky decapitation. He got it right in the face there. So the graphics could have been a lot closer to the Amstrad version. They've just used the shit character-based mode, and there's no reason because all the things that move on the screen are sprites, except for possibly the snakes now and again. His head's not coming off. Was he some sort of anti-trainer? Cannot decapitate. That's the best thing about this game. I'm sure this is a decapitation move. Might not be, actually. I'm sure he's straight up. Or maybe he's down. No, he's not. He's that one, that's why. It's diagonal back. He's too close to me, isn't it? Right, so now... right, that's... As soon as I did that once, by accident, I was just doing that move all the time to decapitate them. Just like on the off chance sort of thing. He's back, that's why. That should have been a decapitation. He's got a strong neck. Must be Lewis Hamilton, the bastard. Yeah, this zip stick is not brilliant. I need to get another zip stick out. Mad Commodore gets his zip stick out. This game is fine for what it is. Bit of novelty, bit of IK Plus sort of gameplay, speeds. Not IK Plus, sorry, International Karate. I think it's a little bit faster than Way of the Exploding Fist, but you can forgive that game because it was the first. So there was nothing like Exploding Fist on any system back then. Ah, bloody hell, it's not working. I want to see the head come off. Ah, man, that would have been perfect. Okay. Yeah, get out there, mate. Oh, that could have been the one. Ah, you bastard. Yay! Right, review's over. So, yeah. It's a sword fighting game, sort of similar in technical accomplishment to IK. Sometimes you'd get it on the first go, that was the thing. It's a classic, mate. And Yoda takes them out. Yoda's deformed non-identical twin, actually. Check it out on Wankipedia. Nah. Lucky escape for you, boy. It's a real risky strategy, though, because it's a timing thing, and if he hits you while you're like... He attacks to... Yeah, we're not going to do it with him. Golden Boy. That t-shirt is Golden Boy. So, let's recap then. Renegade is utter garbage. Championship Sprint or Super Sprint. That's rendered unplayable with all the rebounding off the walls like a fucking pinball simulator. That's shit. I don't want, Super Sprint pinball spectacular fusion, so that's rubbish. Rampage is absolutely fine. IK Plus is absolutely fine. So you're basically getting 3 games that most people would like. If you missed out on them, so it basically comes down to are you happy paying £3 like 32 pence for those 3 games, Barbarian, Rampage and IK Plus. That's really what it comes down to. So it's not bargain, but it's not an absolute disaster. But if they put Double Dragon 2 and a different Super Sprint clone, it would have been a good compilation then. It's not that I don't like a beat 'em up or a Super Sprint game. I just don't like those versions of the genre that they've put on the compilation. So yeah, I think that's a fair thing.